I should have noticed the warning signs sooner. The first clue wasn't her behavior, it was the therapist, a new woman in her life, freshly divorced, with strong opinions about marriage, freedom, and self-rediscovery. She had a calm, confident way of saying things that made even logical arguments sound outdated. My wife Samina had started seeing her for stress management and personal growth. I didn't mind therapy, in fact, I encouraged it. But there's a subtle difference between guidance and manipulation, and soon that line blurred. It started with casual comments over dinner. Maybe we need more space to grow individually. People shouldn't feel restricted in marriage, right? At first, I nodded, smiled, and responded lightly. I trusted her. I wanted her to grow. I wanted our marriage to thrive. But then came the day she said it directly. I think we should slightly open our marriage. Just a little. For rediscovery. My fork froze midair. Open. Marriage, I repeated, carefully calm. Yes, she said, almost too casually. Dr. Ferris says it's healthy. Couples do it to explore themselves. It doesn't mean we stop loving each other. I studied her face. Calm, hopeful, excited, deluded. You've actually considered this? I asked. I've been thinking about it for a while, and Dr. Farah believes it will help me. That was enough. Enough to see that she had already bought the idea, already romanticized it, already started planning. I didn't yell, I didn't panic, I smiled, calm, collected. All right, I said quietly, if this is what you want, we can try it. Her eyes widened. Relief. Joy. She thought she had won. She thought I would beg her to stay loyal, cry, or argue. She had no idea. Because I wasn't reacting emotionally, I was strategizing. Step 1. Document. Everything. Messages, emails, calls, any trace of her secret intentions. She believed the slightly open arrangement was theoretical, but humans with desires rarely stop at theory. Step 2. Protect. I quietly moved finances into secure accounts, updated legal paperwork, and ensured I had full control over assets. If she intended to test boundaries, she wouldn't have a safety net to exploit. Step 3. Observation. She started texting a coworker she had flirted with subtly for months. She stayed out later. Suddenly she was glowing, excited, distracted, completely different from the woman I married. The evidence became obvious. A week later, she went out on a self-discovery Friday with him. I let her go. No confrontation, no calls. I stayed home, calm. 2 hours later, I received a text from her. I feel strange. I don't know why I'm nervous. I didn't respond. By midnight, she called, panicked. I don't know, I think he might, I feel awful. I leaned back in my chair, phone in hand, calm as stone. Do you want me to come pick you up? I asked quietly. Yes, she whispered. I went, found her sitting outside a dim cafe, shivering, disoriented. Her excitement had turned to panic. The man she thought would be fun and liberating had disappeared into his own world. He had boundaries she hadn't anticipated. He wasn't going to risk real consequences. I drove her home silently. She tried to explain, cry, beg, rationalize. I just wanted to understand myself, she said. You already did, I replied evenly. You understand that betrayal isn't liberation. That's when the final phase began. I filed for divorce, quietly, strategically, efficiently. She didn't scream, didn't yell. She realized she had no leverage. The legal protection I had prepared ensured she couldn't manipulate the outcome. Her therapist's advice, her slightly open fantasy, her desire to cheat, it all collapsed under its own weight. The man she flirted with vanished. Her credibility in therapy faltered when confronted with consequences. She moved into a small apartment a few miles away. Alone, ashamed. Her self-discovery ended not in excitement, but isolation. And me? I rebuilt my life quietly, calmly, without dramatics. Revenge in this case wasn't shouting. It wasn't exposing her publicly. It was patience, observation, strategic preparation. She wanted freedom to cheat, to rediscover herself. I gave her freedom, without me. and that was the harshest lesson she ever learned.